Hey guys, welcome to the Elite Trading Network YouTube channel that I decided to create. I have been in the industry for the past 8 years, and so I kind of want to show a little bit of my journey here, tell you guys who I am. I come from a very successful community, and I've built out a system for myself in the past 8 years, but more specifically on this exact system I've been working on for about 2 years. And so my background is I worked with artificial intelligence to design a system that'll track financial markets. And so, yeah, I built up an understanding from this. I've done anything and everything besides options. Options I've never touched, and I probably won't until I have probably around $250 million cash or liquid to trade with. Otherwise, there's nothing to do with options for me from my perspective. Now, a little bit more about myself. Well, I started trading when I was around 12. Like every kid, my fun was in the markets. I quickly made some money and then lost it all. Just same story as everyone else. Then I got invested or involved into penny stocks, and that went well. Learned a lot. Um, and so now I am, 8 years later. I had a long journey. Well, jumped to crypto and then to futures. Um, I did a little bit of stocks back in the day. Like I've done anything and everything besides options. And so here, I'm going to show you a little bit of my data collection. This year alone, I have over 100,000 collected trades and documented. This is from a while ago. This was from last year. I'm going to show a little bit from September 7th, 2023 was the last time these databases were managed. And so I can kind of show you what I do, how it works, and share my knowledge, my learnings. And so I know this is a brand new channel. I just left a community I was involved in, and I want to start teaching people and educating them on a journey that took me 8 years now to find very consistent and very good profitability for a system that works for everyone. And so over the years, I've created my own systems. I've done all sorts of things, and I'm just here to help people. So this is I've traded anything and everything. So everything from trend lines to supply and demand to DOM, um, second level and above. But now I found that my edge lies in trading just price action, and that's going to sound crazy. Price action, a few MAs, and an indicator that I had a developer team program myself for my understanding. So I'm going to share this with you guys, and hopefully it builds the credibility for you guys to um, kind of listen to some random guy on the internet. But I got plenty of funding. I got credentials, and so if you don't mind sticking around for 4 to 8 hour long YouTube videos of me explaining exactly how I got to the point to where I am, and it's a long fucking journey, and you can choose to jerk around on Instagram and look at all this dog shit everywhere, or you can choose to actually put in the work, the thing that nobody wants to do. This is what putting in the works looks like. I mean, this is years of data collection, and you know, people won't go out of their way to collect 100 trades. Imagine 100,000. So that's how I'm up on this year, and I'll show you my FX replay account, all the back tests I do, and on my YouTube channel, I already have some videos on my back testing process, building out a system from scratch, and yeah. So we'll start here. Um, Come on. Let me just delete this section. Okay, so I worked with something called ICI, Impulse Correction Impulse, which is a specific type of entry criteria. And so what I did was I'll go through a market, and I'll start by looking at specific market conditions. What times are we profitable? What are the variables at play here? I do this for hundreds of trades for every time frame. And so I'm jumping around. This is the 20-minute. This is the 5-minute. We start back again at the hourly. What's the hourly doing? What's the 20-minute doing? What's the 5-minute? What's the hourly doing? What's the 20-minute? What's the 5-minute? Do this hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. And so, of course, I kind of did all that work for you guys. I put in all this freaking work that it took. Now we go to specific entry system analysis. Okay, now what are the common variables between these? What are we looking at? I did a little bit of supply and demand here, trading. I've moved away from that, but I use the understandings, you know, that I've gained over the years. Like all this is a culmination of years and years and years of trying different things out, of learning, you know, everything. Like it just everything comes together so nicely. And so I have such profound knowledge of the markets, of how they move. I mean, I've been doing this for years. Look at how many losses I take. How many losses I take. How many losses to get one small winner. Okay, what were the variables at play here? Why do we get stopped out? Why couldn't I take an edge out of this market? Why was I taking so many trades? How could I prohibit that or limit that? Um, and so I went through all this work. We're talking years and years of data collection. I went to college for computer science at a pretty prestigious university. I kind of want to remain anonymous for the time being while I grow myself. And yeah, I'm just here to help other fellow traders, people that are truly freaking committed to the shit. I mean, I'm putting all this content out for free. This content that took me years, this knowledge that took me years to kind of learn. And so look at all this. You know, we're talking years of data here, different charts of everything you could have imagined. I traded patterns, I traded inverse triangles. I know what works. And this is what hard work looks like. This is how I built myself up to where I am now, finally profitable with multiple accounts. And yeah, life is getting better. But like I said, I've been doing this since I was freaking 12, reading penny stocks books, doing all sorts of YouTube video, like everything you guys could imagine. And so here, this is where my analysis would happen. What was I looking for? What are the variables at play that would like right here? It'll take a long time for the MA to catch up. Good several trades were caught. Um, blah 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 blah. And now I have all these variables that I kind of figured out. This, guys, is what true edge creation looks like. Don't go on, I laugh at the gurus on Google, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. They don't truly know what they're talking about. Once you build such a deep understanding of what's actually happening in the markets, and I have explanations for everything, of course, why certain zones are respected, why I get involved in certain areas. And this is what it looks like for me. This is what it did look like for me. And now finally we're trading live and I want to share my knowledge with you guys. This is like I said, something that took me so many years to do. We're talking 16-hour long days in front of the computer collecting all this data, analyzing. Um and so yeah, this is something kind of crazy. So hopefully you guys can take something out of this channel. Like I said, it's all free. I believe that if you're truly committed, you'll go through the content, you'll see the things that I'm teaching. And in the most recent videos that I've posted, I literally showed the exact process that I went to create a very profitable system that I am still in the process of testing. Now, I'm going to take it live this upcoming Monday. But yeah, like you can see, especially with the artificial intelligence we were working with, we had to define all these different zones, structure blocks, what variables led to successful trades, when we exited, why, all this stuff, guys. And so if you're truly committed, again, this is the right place for you. A lot of people are in the circle jerk mentality where they're going to go through some Instagram reels and they're going to learn the new, inverse flip that's going to make them profitable. That is not what makes you profitable. I learned that lesson at a very young age when I lost over $12,000 on one trade. So I had scaled up an account. I saved up all this money. I scaled up an account to 12,000, just about 12 to 15,000, lost it all in one single trade. And so I know what that's like. I know what it's like to trade with 1 to 50 leverage, 1 to 200, 1 to 500 leverage. I've done it all. So, I decided to step back. I didn't touch the markets for 8 years. That after that first year that I made money and then I lost it all, I said, okay, there's true potential in the markets. I want to be able to do this for the rest of my life consistently and make that kind of return. And I did. So this is just absolute perfection here. I take notes of every entry of why. Um, and so this is all stuff that I took from another mentorship, and that mentorship took it from someone else. And the understandings are all the same. It's just different interpretations of the same information. You know, you have your change of characters. I call them something else. You have your, it's all different. It's all the same understanding or same concepts, different understanding or interpretation, if you want to call it that. And so I've built out a system that's super, super, super simple. You don't have to learn all these fancy terms. This was back in the day. I needed to define what actual price action looked like and all this good stuff. And now we get to a point where I went through all this data collection. Here's more data collection, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, guys, of all sorts of markets, from forex, from crypto, from yeah, forex. Come on, sorry about that. From anything and everything. So you can see right here I was doing forex backtesting. This is something that I've rarely seen, you know, a lot of profitable people do. You know, you're not going to see a person that's not profitable that went through the same process that I went through, that a lot of my peers went through. You know, it takes years and years and years of data collection and analyzing what's actually happening in price. And I mean, this isn't gonna, I'm not gonna stop scrolling here for another 20 minutes. But yeah, this is absolutely insane. And I'm here to share that with you guys. Like I said, I have nothing to win, but a great community that I could potentially build. And I just want a team, or a team of people that I work with, that I, you know, interact with, and I love making videos for you guys. Like, and the first two videos were 4 hour long of me back testing and showing you exactly what I look for in the market, why I look for it, what the understandings are behind it. And as the channel progresses and I upload more and more videos, I'm gonna explain with more in depth, and I'm gonna grow your understanding as time goes by from my personal experience. This is absolute perfection, right? I have over 152 pages of this, and we're almost halfway done. So just absolute perfection, guys. Like I said, this is not bullshit. I don't do the Instagram shit. I don't do the get rich quick, the strategy, the 100% win rate. All that is bullshit. Stop believing it. This is what it looks like for, you know, you to become truly profitable. And so as time goes by, um, I'll start interacting with more people, putting out content for um, you know, specific people, doing one-on-ones with people. I'm just looking to grow just such an amazing community and make a good time out of it. And so this is my FX replay. Here I do all my back tests live with you guys. I record them. So the last back test I was doing on NAS, just this is a video, or the past few videos on my YouTube of me creating a system. This is the where we're at right now. I have yet to record the second part of it. 218%. If you want to really consider it from when um, context, which is something that you're going to learn in the YouTube, context became clear right around here. This is where we made most of our returns. If you really want to look at it, we went May, June, July, technically almost August. 218% in 4 months is absurd. And these are, I want to say, relatively small returns for me, right? We started with 150K account. We're up 327 grand. And this is just absolute perfection. And so as time progresses, I'm going to start recording my live trading. So as we step down into trading view here, I created my own indicator with my understanding of price. And I'll teach you how I use it. I'll make it public for you guys. Whatever helps you guys, I'm here to help you. I went through, you know, years and years of struggle of trying to teach myself, of going through mentorships, of going on YouTube, learning all these different things. And I finally built an understanding that works for me. And I'm hoping to share that with you guys and you know, tell you what I look for in the market. Right now I'm looking at futures, but you know, once you kind of join the community, or join the channel and watch the videos, you're gonna see the markets in a different way, I guess you could say. Like, I'm looking at this market and I know exactly what I'm waiting for to get involved, to take out my edge of the market. The markets have been performing very well. Beautiful entries all around here. Right here, you would have gone slip just probably because of market open, but like beautiful entries right here. Once again, market close. But like, we've been eyeing Bitcoin. I think now it's been a little bit down. Okay, not this one. This actually, this is funny enough. This is an analysis I did on Bitcoin a while ago. back when it first started falling. And I was doing a quick analysis of what I expected from Bitcoin. And when we were here, I was like, guys, it's going to go short for a little bit, kind of baseline for who knows how freaking long. And then we're going to start taking our longs. But depending on what kind of trader you are, what time frame you're working on, how much time you have in your day, you're going to have a different system. You know, lower time frame traders would have been taking their edge out of the market in these small candles. Let's step down to the 4 hour and 1 hour, and we'll be able to see how many here. Let me move to a different chart. You step down to a 4 hour or 1 hour, even the daily. Let's see when I would have started looking at this chart right around here. And you probably don't understand why I'm starting to look at this point, but let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour putting in beautiful demand. Yeah, like this entire area would have been beautiful for lower time frame traders. This is the 4 hour. So keep in mind, longs all around here. If we step down to the 20-minute, that's the 10, 20-minute. You could have taken out infinite amount of money of edge on this market. Entry right here would have taken an entry right here, entry right here. Nothing to do, nothing to do, nothing to do. Entry right here, entry right here. And this is the look, this is a trade I actually took. These are all things that you're gonna learn. And it's based on my understanding. Entry right here, taking that long, entry right here, taking this long. And it takes years, I'm not gonna lie. It took me 8 years, but if you truly put your head down and work with the understanding that I'm giving to you for free, literally for free, you're going to be so far ahead of the curve that it is just incredible. And so, they say 95% of day traders lose, and you kind of start to answer the question of why. It's because 95% of traders aren't willing to put in the work of even collecting what 5 trades look like, of 50, of 100, of 10,000. If you came to me and you're like, like today I am not profitable, I'd look at you and be like, okay, so what's the problem? How many trades have you collected? If you tell me 0, well, we know where the problem's at, right? So I will teach you my process of data collection, of course, on the YouTube. And we'll just run this shit. Like I'm doing fantastic for myself. I'm starting to build my personal accounts, and I'm just here to help other people. Like I said, I was in the same position you're probably in right now. And I know it's gonna freaking suck watching 4 hour long videos of boring stuff. You have to put in the work. You have to look at the videos and pause them sometimes and say, okay, why didn't he look at the entry here? But why did he look at, why wasn't he looking for entries right here? But why was he looking for an entry right here? Why? You have to start asking yourself all these things and take notes. Guys, the amount of notes that I have thousands of pages worth of notes that I started with my basic crypto books, and then now I grew up to trading. For some period of time, I traded smart money concepts, imbalances, liquidity, all that shit. And so now I don't even have specific names for these things. I just know how the market moves, and I'm here to teach you that. Without all the fluff, without all the fancy names, I'm here to teach you how to frickin' trade. If you're not willing to watch hours and hours worth of content where I teach you my understandings and how I got to the point where I am, and I can guarantee you, if you watch the videos that I have, just watch one of them. It's 4 hours, but it will set you so far apart from whatever you've been in, whatever, mentorship you were in. You're going to start to see price action a lot different. And so, for example, if you're in some mentorship and you see this breakdown, that's probably going to mean to you some sort of structure break. It doesn't particularly have to be here. It could be like down here. A lot of mentorships, this is going to mean start looking for sells. Like we can scalp our sells down here. But what has my experience taught me? My experience has taught me that there's an order flow of the market, if you want to call it that. Um, if you studied Elliott wave theory, you have all these fractals of the market on every time frame. And so my understanding from this market is not that it wants to break down, it's just another wave in Elliott, right? Some sort of wave, some sort of higher time frame structure. There's a story behind. You have to create a story behind context. And this builds your context. This is what context building is. And so you're going to start to realize that these small liquidations right here, If you studied Elliott wave, you have your correction phase ABC, and then we start a new building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is part of that move, and that's okay. But what else have I learned? I learned that data or price delivery counter trend to order flow or to institutional order flow, if you want to call it that, depending on where you're coming from, is going to be very dirty, and price is just going to chop around when you're trading this kind of price action. Do not be taking sells here. Like, these are things that regular people don't understand. They go and watch a YouTube channel or a YouTube video and they say, oh, it made a change of character here. It took out the liquidity here. Um, double top, we're going to reverse. No, guys, there's a story behind everything. It might work for you. It just doesn't work for me. This is personal experience. I'm telling you, 8 years of me doing this, I know a thing or two, and I'm here to work with you guys. If anyone wants to hop on a one-on-one, leave me a message. By helping one person, we can upload the one-on-one on YouTube, and we're gonna help out hundreds of people out there. Like I said, I'm here to help y'all. I'm trying to make this the best community ever. The videos are gonna be long. The content's gonna be long. It's gonna fucking suck to put your head down and just work and work and work. But if you truly want to be profitable, and I'm talking consistent results, 100% returns, now I'm not guaranteeing anything. This is just based on my results. You know, big returns and sustainability, of course, in the long run, this is the place for you. But it's not gonna be quick and it's not gonna be the way you want it. And I'm sorry to break that story to you, but it's gonna take years and years and years of this shit. And so, for you, if you really put your head down and just work and put in the work and do as I say, like, I've been down this road, I know what you need to do. If you just do that for a little bit, you're gonna be so far ahead of everyone else. Um, and then, you go get funded, you go with your personal account, whatever it might be, and yeah, it's gonna take time. I'm not saying it's gonna take years. Absolutely not. It took me 8 years figuring this out for myself. I didn't have the proper resources at the beginning. You know, I would I was dumb. You know, and so experience taught me a lot to shut your mouth and just do what the successful people do. And like I said, I'm here to help y'all. Here for a good time. I got nothing else to do. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I got nothing else to do while these markets deliver. I I'm alone. I don't have children. I don't have a wife. This is just me in my office and waiting. So I got more than enough time to make infinite amount of content for you guys, teach you the things that I look for, and just have an overall great time. I'm going to be pumping out more videos, backtesting. If you guys have specific questions, feel free to DM me, to put them in the comments, to whatever. I just ask for a good like and a good subscribe if you think I helped you in any way. I'll do everything from psychological. Psychology is the biggest thing, 100%. I'll make sure to make videos on psychology, trading psychology. Like I said, the past two videos that I've uploaded, like 3 4 hour videos, the last two are me literally building out a system that I'm working on upgrading from a 1 minute entry to a 5 minute entry for scaling purposes. You can't trade $1 million investment on a 1 minute entry. You're gonna get slipped. Commissions are gonna be huge. You're gonna have to open up massive positions for a tiny stop loss. And I'm here to teach you everything from the fundamentals. And so if you're new here, or if you're new to trading, I'm gonna work on launching like a very, very beginner entry, um, content section where I will teach you everything that you need to know from the very beginning. And it's a lot easier to teach someone from the very beginning because they don't have all these dumb understandings in their head about different retail strategies. And they have a very clean cut understanding of the market from day one. And so if you're coming from another mentorship, which, you know, if it rings a bell and I'm telling you these mentorships create random names. The other day I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw something called the fishbowl strategy. And I got curious. I went to look at it. And it was something as simple as buy buy the fishbowl and it's gonna go up, right? But they cherry pick these. Buy the fishbowl and it went up, right? The fishbowl, guys, the fishbowl, but there's no real understanding of what the hell is going on. They drew random lines. There was another one, like you guys have seen. Here, let me draw it out. The dinosaur guys buy the dinosaur, you know? Like, this is all straight bullshit, and, it looks like a dinosaur. It's got the eye has to be right here for you to buy it, and then once it builds its teeth right here on a descending flag, you're gonna buy it, and it's gonna shoot up. Like, I just can't. I find it really funny. I think, mentors make their money off of all these private communities, and they're charging a shit ton for a course, but they're making their money off of that, not off of trading. And so I'm kind of here to expose a little bit of that and to teach you guys something that took me years to learn for myself. And yeah, I'm here for a good time. I had my mentors, I had my experiences with all sorts of communities, with YouTube channels, with anything and everything you could imagine. And so, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I know the videos are going to be long, but there's no other way to put it than the content. It's fundamental, and you have to build an entire mindset behind trading. It's not like one day you can just be like, oh, I learned the strategy, I'm gonna. No, there's a whole understanding. Psychology is going to be your biggest enemy, but once you build a system with a proficient edge that when you can pull out of the market, you're going to be so good. Like, life is going to be perfect for you. But until then, it's going to be quite shitty. You're going to be left with questions. I remember for the first like 4 years, I couldn't sleep at night. I was imagining these charts. I was like, okay, like I'd fall asleep trying to think about, you know, different patterns that I saw in the data. What could it mean? How could it work? Like, I was literally dreaming of candles, and several nights I'd wake up with like cold sweats, and I'm just like, guys, this isn't good. This isn't good for my psychology. But years and years later, like here, I was documenting a 25-hour runner when I was using supply and demand entries. And so it worked. It just wasn't for me. I was profitable back in the day. But now I have to scale my system, and that's what I'm in the process of doing. If you're truly committed, guys, you have it all for free right here. Like, I could be charging, tens of thousands for the kind of knowledge that I hold, and I'm willing to share with you guys. So take this serious. This is your opportunity to start fresh. Um, and if you have any doubts, we'll hop on a call. Like I said, it's all free. It's all on YouTube. You can, if you hate it, leave a comment. If you like it, leave a comment. Leave a like, dislike, subscribe, don't subscribe. Um, yeah. So once again, um, let's build an amazing community. I'm finally, after the longest time, gonna start this YouTube channel. I know a lot of people have been asking me, and the kind of knowledge I kind of hold has been incubated for several years of experience. The market, you can learn two ways: the hard way or the harder way. And I chose the harder way. I could have listened to someone, but the real question is, who could I have listened to, right? Half the mentors out there are dog shit. So I kind of had to figure it out by myself, years and years and years of time. I went in and out of mentorships of all sorts of things. I know buddies that are still working on, figuring it out themselves. And so want to share the content with them, want to share the content with you and with everyone else here. So yeah, anyhow, that's it. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'm going to be uploading a lot since I have so much time on my hands. I got nothing better to do but to help, you know, someone with a dream out there. Becoming profitable was always my dream since I was like 12. I saw it as a big challenge. Other people saw video games as a challenge or whatnot. Nah, guys, I was learning about algorithms. I was learning about day trading, about all sorts of things, the way the blockchain worked, and, phenomenal stuff. I went to school, 4.0 GPA. Like, my life is good. A lot of people dream of having it, but a lot of people also don't know the kind of work that went into this. I don't share that stuff with people. And so right now you can see my time. It is 1:13 in the morning. I'll stay up till 5, 6 in the morning trading, analyzing markets, being involved in some communities, or trying to start something for myself. Like I said, I want to build a beautiful community full of like-minded traders that truly freaking know what they're doing, not the Instagram shit. And I'm here to cultivate you guys, to teach you, to raise you. And show you my understandings. And I know that it's going to help at least one person out there. And that's all I care about. I'm willing to waste hours of my time, because if I would have had someone like this back in my day when I started my journey, dude, I would have shut my mouth and just learned and learned and learned. And so when I found the right mentor, when I found the right content, that's when I just shut my mouth for 2 years nonstop and just got to work. Testing, 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 testing. And that is what breeds profitability, right? Alrighty, guys, I appreciate it. I know it's a long video. Don't expect these videos to be short anytime soon because you're not going to get good value if they're short. I know I ramble a lot, but truly listen to the things I have to say. Um, and yeah, anyhow, guys, have a wonderful day and I hope you enjoy the content. Welcome to the club.